celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain, who took his own life 1 month ago, has spoken from beyond the grave. The parts unknown host, who hanged himself in a French hotel in June, sat down with journalist Maria Bustillos from Popula magazine before his death. The interview, in which he exposes the piece of shit Clintons, was finally published on Sunday. In an explosive interview published over the weekend, Anthony Bourdain let his feelings regarding top Democrats be known. In particular, he had some choice words for Bill and Hillary Clinton. His criticism of both of them was so raw and unfiltered that one could easily wonder whether he knew his death was impending and wasn't afraid to speak his mind in this last, eye-opening interview, as he would not be around to endure the career fallout which ultimately befalls those who publicly condemn the Clintons. Anthony Bourdain voted for Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election, but it appears that his opinion of her changed drastically after Harvey Weinstein became the poster boy for the #Me Too movement. Weinstein was a close friend of the Clintons and one of their major donors. They had been pictured together at fundraiser after fundraiser, so there was no mistaking the fact that they knew each other well, which led many to believe that the Clintons were well aware of Weinstein's lurid behavior, yet said nothing, as he was one of their richest and most powerful benefactors. But, of course, it wouldn't be at all out of the ordinary for Hillary Clinton to help cover up the dirty deeds of a serial rapist. She's done it for her husband for years, something which Bourdain brazenly noted in what would be his final message to the world. The Weinstein scandal, and whatever involvement in it the Clintons had, hit particularly close to home for Bourdain, whose girlfriend, Italian actress Asia Argento, was one of Weinstein's victims. Argento was one of the many women who came forward to accuse Weinstein of rape. Bourdain had hoped, and expected, along with the rest of us, that Hillary would come out to condemn her longtime buddy Harvey Weinstein for his actions or return all of the money he had donated to her campaigns over the years. However, after a long silence, the statement she did make was a huge disappointment to Bourdain, and others, as he noted in the interview. Bourdain, but I will tell you that as frightening as that was at times, when I sat there with Asia, as she texted her sisters, watching the Clinton apology on Weinstein, and Asia's, watching this statement, there was a lot of anticipation. People were really hoping she'd come out with I don't know, let's just say with something different. I immediately tweeted my disappointment, very much shaped by what I saw around me, and I will tell you, that was really fucking frightening, the reaction to that. You know, I voted for her, Bustillos. I did, too, Bourdain. I was really disappointed with the statement, but even by expressing that, the way that my comment was turned, very neatly, suddenly I wasn't expressing disappointment in her statement, I was blaming her for Harvey Weinstein's crimes. The way that turned very nicely was a good bit of artistry and deeply frightening to me, and really, Bustillos, it's dangerous to be as famous as you are, really dangerous. Bourdain, you know, suddenly we were talking about something else. And it wasn't good for me. Bustillos, there's an opportunity, in twisting what you say, for people who have an agenda. Bourdain, I learned a lesson. Bustillos, you're a source of value, you're a valuable target, a cynosure of attention. It's not normal. Bourdain, I got slapped down hard, and it was a chastening experience. Even more explosive, however, was what the celebrity chef had to say about Bill Clinton's own sex scandal and the way Hillary had defamed his victims over the years. Now, reading Bourdain's comments 1 month after his untimely death, knowing that he was about to die as he made the remarks, is enough to make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Bill Clinton, look, the bimbo eruptions, it was effing monstrous. That would not have flown today, Bourdain said of the Monica Lewinsky scandal. Bill Clinton is a piece of s, entitled, rapey, gropey, grabby, disgusting, and the way that he, and she, Hillary, destroyed these women and the way that everyone went along, and are blind to this, he continued. The 61-year-old went on to say it was unforgivable the way a couple had shut down the accusers. Bill is a very charming man, I met him. He's f-king magnetic, as is Hillary. When you're in the room, you think wow, she's really warm and nice and funny. But the way they efficiently dismantled, destroyed, and shamelessly discredited these women for speaking their truth, he said, According to Fox News, it was the shaming, discrediting, undermining the women that made both of them unsuitable for any future endeavors. We all know how the Clintons treat those who cross them, which is enough to make anyone think twice about the circumstances surrounding Anthony Bourdain's death. Is it just a coincidence that he turned up dead so soon after letting his true feelings about the Clintons be known, even though he seemingly had every reason to live and none of the people close to him anticipated him taking his own life? Perhaps it's no coincidence at all.